guys, so it's been a little bit over a day since we got that Nintendo Direct, that unexpected Nintendo Direct, I'll say, which was completely, no one was really expecting it. I wasn't prepared for that. We were just all focusing on the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, which is happening in a couple days from now, which I'm still so excited for. But before that, we got this Nintendo Direct, one which many were expecting to be, nothing crazy, nothing too special. And honestly, if we didn't have the Nintendo Switch 2 coming out soon, and we just got this Nintendo Direct, I'm sure many people, a lot of people, would be incredibly disappointed, and incredibly confused and stuff. But of course, we have a Switch 2 coming out, and even still, I believe that even if we didn't have a Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, this would still go down as one of my favorite and most memorable Nintendo Directs ever. It feels more like a medium Direct. We have these big, large, bombastic Nintendo Directs. We have Nintendo Direct Minis. This feels like something in the middle. And it's so, I don't know, it's so interesting to me as well, because seeing the games which they announced and the games which they showed off, I really want to just focus this video initially on getting my thoughts about two games, which I think we're all very excited for. Maybe not all of us are very excited for. Some of you might not be excited for this whatsoever, but the ones who are excited for these two games know deep down how exciting it is to be a Nintendo fan right now. And really, that's thanks to Tomodachi Life getting a sequel and Rhythm Heaven getting a new entry. These are two incredibly passionate audiences. One has only had 2 previous games with Tomodachi Life and Tomodachi Collection in Japan, but we didn't play Tomodachi Collection, we only had Tomodachi Life. And so this is just, I cannot wait. I want to gush about the Mii. I'm going to do a whole video just breaking down the changes for Miis. Miis have ears now, and you'd think that would be weird, but it's not. It's like they're new Miis. It's so strange. It's so cool. And obviously, my current art style on my main channel is like heavily inspired from like that era of like the Wii and the Miis and stuff. Not exactly, sort of like this pseudo second party or like third party version I'm trying to go for. I think Go Vacation and things like, I don't know, like it's my own style. It's my own thing. I used to be inspired heavily by Animal Crossing. Now I'm also heavily inspired by the Mii side of things, but it's always been around that sort of thing, or even like Wind Waker sort of art. Like those are like my 3 inspirations. I don't know why I'm rambling about that. But yeah, I'm just sorry if I seem all over the place. I'm just like, I'm really, really overwhelmed right now because I know we're gonna get so much news soon, and there's so many projects I want to work on. I was working on an Animal Crossing script for Animal Crossing 5 years later, talking about New Horizons. I still really want to do that video. I'm still super interested about talking about that because it's such an interesting topic, right? And especially when that game came out and all. But now I'm like, wait a second, I want to do a video about the Miis. I don't know, I've just been looking back at my previous catalog of videos, and there's a lot of really cool ideas which I like sparked from seeing some of my older stuff. I'm like, ooh, this could be really, really fun. And I don't know, this year, it feels special. It feels special, which is sort of weird that you'd look at Tomodachi Life and Rhythm Heaven, and both of these games are coming out in 2026. Why is that? Why are both of these games coming out in 2026, you might be asking? Well, it's like, think about it. I really think that the Switch 2 is going to be released in May. I think that it's coming out in May, and they really don't want anything to take away or to overshadow the Switch 2. And so it's really interesting that when we look at these games releasing in 2026, beforehand, before the Direct was shown, we were thinking, wow, anything being shown here isn't going to matter in a couple of days because everyone's going to be focusing on Switch 2. And it's semi-true, but what they did show off, I think fans will absolutely remember, and like be really passionate about playing these. And it's honestly genius. This is the perfect time to release a Rhythm Heaven game, and a perfect time to release a Tomodachi Life game, because anyone who's a core fan of that game will still buy that game. And anyone who still has a Switch 1, you're releasing it to the biggest audience possible to potentially get into that series, to create more core fans of that game, or that game franchise as it is. And then obviously we'll probably have something similar with Nintendo Switch 2. It just seems like a really smart decision. It's just really smart. And I think obviously I'm a bit upset that both of these coming out in 2026, just because that is such a long wait. Like, it just turned 2025. Oh, not really. We're already a quarter way through, which is kind of a scary thought, right? We're already a quarter way through 2025. Time is an illusion, guys. Time is an absolute illusion. It's still 2022 to me right now, no. But yeah, wow. Yeah, sorry if I seemed like really all over the place. I still can't believe this. It makes sense. Again, in retrospect, it totally makes sense. Like, it's the perfect time to have these games be announced. And it also means that we have another thing which is so weird, why I thought that the Switch is releasing in May, is because every other game they announced is releasing in like July or June. Like, there's this very weird space of May where nothing is coming out for Switch 1. And it makes me just think that that is 100% intentional. They 100% made that like a specific choice to make it not feel like Switch 1. Not feel like Switch 1, to make guys, it is, I want to say it's late. It's not. It's 8:20. Maybe that's kind of late. I don't know. I just wanted to ram off, get these points across, and then actually do some more like general scripted bullet points ideas. But like, I didn't get my thoughts out last night because I was busy making that little animation for my reaction to Tomodachi Life, and since then I've just sort of been in a haze, you know. I've sort of been almost ignoring like the facts of what came out, but I know like my brain is gonna explode because when I'm sitting down to write, I'm like, oh my god, ooh. So yeah, sorry if you were gonna look forward to a new Animal Crossing video on the main channel, but no, we're gonna get most likely a me video next, and I have a lot of interesting thoughts on it. And another thing which is interesting, I guess the third title among all of them, I'd say the big three, right? It's Tomodachi Life, it's Rhythm Heaven, and it was Metroid Prime 4 Echo. No, it's not Echoes. What is it? How could I forget? Oh my god, I'm such a bloody moron. What is it called? I'm gonna get really frustrated now. Metroid Prime Beyond. It's Beyond. I didn't even have to type it in. It was Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Very exciting. New information about that. I really think, you know, this was pretty obvious that how casual they were talking about it and the trailer they showed for it. You know, this is Metroid 4. We've been hyped for this game since what, 2017? This game's been sort of lingering over 8 bloody years. That's not everything. They definitely were showing as little as they could. And I think like the main reason for that is because this game is going to be the launch title for Switch 2. And they just wanted to show us what the game sort of looked like on Switch 1, just to get us excited to see like the Switch 2 version and do the comparison. Because the other games, Tomodachi Life and Rhythm Heaven, of course, those are more like for a very, very niche core Nintendo audience. And I guess Metroid Prime 4 is that as well to a certain extent. You know, it's for hardcore fans who play the first 3 Metroid Prime games or the Metroid Prime trilogy on Wii. And we still don't have Metroid Prime 2 or Metroid Prime 3 out on Switch or anything. So it's an interesting position to put it in. And yeah, there's definitely some secrets with it. But I really think that it's going to be a release game for Switch 2. I think everyone's been talking about that for a while now. And I'm also sort of concerned, not really concerned, but when you look at Tomodachi Life, the frame rate on it isn't amazing at points, and it really makes me think that, okay, this game is gonna be hopefully upgraded for Switch 2, because yeah, it looks fine. I'm sure it will be fine or run fine, and the frame rate won't really matter because what you're playing that game for is the goofs and the laughs. God, there's so much I want to talk about that, but I'll save that for another video. But yeah, it's an interesting time, really interesting time. It just makes me think of like how big the Switch 2 Direct is going to be. And another thing which we missed, we didn't see anything about the Nintendo Switch playtest program thing, which I was talking about in my previous video. We didn't see anything about Zelda or like the Twilight Princess HD or Wind Waker HD. We didn't see either of those. That makes me think that both of those are going to be coming to Switch 2, and it will be tied to the movie release in 2027, which we just got an announcement for as well. Oh my god, there's so much news. We got this new Nintendo Today app, which is honestly quite useful for me because I can talk about interesting topics for Mood News on it. But that's really cool, and it has like all these like custom little animations and stuff. Oh, it's so neat. It's so sick. We got a new feature. So much, bloody so much. But initially, I just want to say that was 100% one of the most memorable directs I think we've gone in a long time. And I think looking back at it, it's going to be so interesting because it really is like a swan song for Switch 1 in a lot of ways. And also it's, I don't know, it's super interesting. And I really can't wait to see what they're going to show off with Switch 2, because obviously new Mario Kart, and that's all we know. That's literally all we know. So super exciting. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.